What's going on YouTube? What's going on people out there? This is part 2 of poker sites that have a lot of strategic scams going on and things going on that you're probably not aware of. And I'm going to start off by letting you know that when you go into these sites and they've already established the profile, because this is what they do, they make a profile on you on how good you are, your type of strength, whether you're a person who likes to fold and only play the most solid hands, top pairs, or you're a player who's loose, who would just call anything and play anything, etc. And then when you're inside the hand and they've gained enough information on you and they know how to set a handicap on you, and how to extract chips from you by putting you in problematic situations that you don't see coming down to the line. I give a quick example. I was in a hand with somebody and I had ace jack and he had 10-8, right? Now I raised coming out of early position, UTG. And he called in mid position. Now mid position is terrible. It's like 10.2, 10.1. The percentages are horrible to win the hand. Late position is better. Like the button is 14.9. Cutoff is like 13.8. Hijack is 13, 13.1, 13.2. UTG is horrible, but it's favorable. Like if you're in a big blind, that's 12%. So it's better, it's way better than mid. If you're in small blind is horrible. That's like 10.8 or something like that. You don't want to mess with small blind. UTG, it's in that same ballpark, but it's slightly higher. It's like 11.4, 11.6. But anyway, I just want to break that down. So when we had two more callers, well, we had three more callers. We had two. We had cutoff and hijack, and then we had big blind, right? Big and small. But of course, small folded. Big blind checked it down, and hijack called the button and cutoff. They fold, right? So the board hits. It's going to be jack. It was a 10 and a 3. Right? Rainbow suit. Now that dude who called my raise, right? Because they did call, right? No, sorry. He made the call. I raised, and I raised about 3,200. He calls it, and everybody else folds. So he has a 10, right? All right, that's worth it. That values. So the turn comes, and it happens to be a 3. Now, there's no play there. There's nothing there. The straight draw is not there. There's no flush draw, no nothing. It's just that jack and that 10. That's the highest thing there. I raised again because I have the winning hand, so I'm extracting value. I raise again. I raise 3,200 again. Now, inexperienced players who don't understand the situations, that jack is sitting there. It's obvious I'm betting on a jack. There is nothing else I can be betting on, or I have top pair. I have a high pair that you just don't know about. You see the jack, but I could be having queens or kings. That happens. Or aces. That happens, right? What he does, because normally if that 10, if you're looking for that second card, your 8 to bail you out, then you call. That is the correct way of going about it. You call. Another safe play is to fold it and wait another time, because chasing it is the most dangerous thing you could do. He calls all in. Now I know I have him beat. I know this for sure. He calls all in. And so no one is going to fold the winning hand. And you know you're winning. There's no need to fold. And what happens? I calls his all in, and on the river, he hit his second card. And this is what they do. They do this more frequently for good players that are going against bad players or inexperienced players that have no idea of how to play poker. And I want you to understand this, that a reckoning is coming. Time is coming where there's going to be an establishment or a group of people or entity that's going to provide genuine 100% poker gameplay. For when players can play, and they can show you that it's completely random. They can show you it's not rigged. The card's not rigged. There's no software. There's nothing. It's just your experience versus the next card player's experience, and that is going to set fire through the poker world, because this is what players are really hungry for. This is what real great players who study the game, who learned the game, who know how the game's supposed to go, this is what they yearn for. There's tons of players that are upset, they're aggravated, and they are ready to just like probably call it the day on poker, because they realize there's too much scamming, too much cheating, too much stuff going on. So the first company out there, if you're listening and you're seeing this video, the first company or person or anyone who can devise authentic, genuine gameplay, they have a way to show it, and they allow the players to play for the money, to compete, skill versus skill. You are going to make a killing. You're going to draw in all kinds of players. I'll tell you that right now. But this is for, once again, this is for the people out there, this is for the players out there in the poker world that, you know, feel the same way I feel and other players feel, where they get these really bad beat and these dirty little tricks that go on within the game. And it always happens. It happens a lot when you're getting close to the bubble too. You're getting close to the money. And they know that you are the type of player who can dominate and win first place, second place, like myself. Because I've done it. There's in Poker Bros, I've came in second and third and first numerous times. And then after a while, they have the profile, the handicap that they have set for the bad players, and they have everything orchestrated. Boom, bad beat after bad beat after bad beat. Same thing with Bet Online. I just started Bet Online last week, and boom, I was winning, knocking them off, getting into the top, you know, spots for the payouts, making some good money. And then all of a sudden, bam, that's when the bad beats kept coming. And it's a pattern, and it's a trend that is going all over the online poker sites and gaming. And I just want to let y'all know, be prepared for that. Stay away from it if you can, but a solution and a remedy, you're gonna have to play in the high stakes games that cost more money to buy in, because let's face it, players who are inexperienced are not gonna pay $300-400 to play in no tournament. But if the tournament is only $20 to get in, $10 to get in, $15 to get in, even $30 to get in, they're gonna pay for it. You're gonna find a whole bunch of them. And likewise, you know, the reason for them having these handicaps and for them setting profiles and targeting good players like that when they go against bad, inexperienced players, because these bad, inexperienced players bring money. But if they're running through their bankroll too fast, they will drop off. They will stop playing. And they see that. So what they do is they protect these bad players. Because you look at it, if you're a bad player and you know that you went against a few good players within that tournament that had you beat, they called you, they knew that you didn't have anything, they had you beat, and you got bailed out every time on a river or on a flop, you got bailed out, you're gonna be more confident to spend more money on that site and to play more, and that's what they want. It's all about getting more players in and getting more money in. It's a massive multi-million-dollar industry, and it's so easy to manipulate, because you gotta look at it, that's the world of hackers. That's what hackers do. They can hack your phone, they can hack your laptop, they can hack anything and make the software do whatever it is they want. Now, why couldn't these companies that are making over millions, 10 million, 20 million a year do the same thing? They have the money to pay some of the brightest minds in ITT tech to create these softwares that can calculate and strategically monitor all the gameplay from all the players, and categorize them in each setting, and set up bad beats and defend the players who are bad and have less experience for the capital and for the money. So like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, take something from this video. Understand what's going on and protect yourself from playing on these online sites and engaging in inexperienced players with money's on the line. The lower it is, the higher chance of you're gonna lose. The higher players, the great players, they're playing in high stakes. They're playing in more expensive gameplay, and so it's going to be more authentic. You're going to see that. It's 8-9 to the table. About 5, maybe 6 players are going to fold. 3 players are going to remain in the hand. Why? Because these 3 players have hands that can potentially be a winner and gain some good chips. That's just how poker is. Not everybody's going to have hands. Aces, kings, queens, jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s, 7s. It don't work like that. At a random shuffling, that's just how it is. It don't work that way. At least 5 to 6 players in every shuffle and every deal is going to have a trash hand. They won't have a hand to compete, and the right thing to do is fold. And there's going to be at least 4. It's going to be at least 3 or 2 or just 1 player who has a dominant hand. Now you can make hero calls. Yeah, okay, you could do that, but that's not going to work every time. It just doesn't. So at the end of the day, remember what's being said here and take this advice and just be careful when you get on these online sites like Poker Bros and Bet Online. Just be very careful. Roll.
Hooray.